friends, welcome to the Sunday Funnies. Sunday's my favorite day of the week. It's not just because of the funnies. Got some good ones today. We got Pearls Before Swine, Pickles, Calvin and Hobbs, and Blondie. So let's get started. In the first comic, Pearls Before Swine, the mouse and the goat are together, and the mouse says to the goat, "Who do you think are the greatest fictional characters of the 20th century?" And the goat says, "Well, you have Holden Caulfield, Jay Gatsby, Sherlock Holmes, Scarlett O'Hara, Atticus Finch. Hard to think of many with a bigger impact." The next frame, they look and see Charlie Brown with his head leaning up against a tree. The mouse says, "Good grief, who's the sad kid?" The goat says, "That can't be good for your back, leaning your head up against a tree. That can't be good for your back." So all these fictional characters of the 20th century, it's a good list, but they left out Charlie Brown. Good one. Next up is Pickles. So Opal is in a water aerobics class, and she invited Earl to go with him. And so they're in the pool, and she says, "The class is starting." Earl has his face at the level of the, water. Gurgle, gurgle. She says, "I'm glad you decided to come to my water aerobics class." Then Earl says, "You didn't tell me it would be this crowded, or that I would be the only man here. You didn't tell me that." And then Opal says, "Yeah, but what can you do?" Then Earl, looking down, says, "Oops, I lost my trunks." And all the people in the pool, all the women in the pool disappear. He says, looks down and says, "Nope, they're still up. They're still there. Hey, where is everybody?" He says. Opal says, "Earl!" Telling everybody that your swim trunks fell off is not a good idea. But it did clear the pool. I go to water aerobics myself. I'm kind of like Earl sometimes. Now we have Calvin and Hobbs. And Calvin and Hobbs are in his bedroom. Calvin says, "Look, Dad made me do my homework. He said, when I'm older, I'll discover that there are few pleasures greater than learning." So I said, "Fine, I'll learn when I'm older." And then Hobbs says, "What did he say?" Calvin says, "He said that if I didn't start crashing the books now, this would be as old as I get." Then Hobbs says, "Sounds like you learned something already." Okay, finally, the last comic today is Blondie. And Dagwood and his son are in the room, and son says, "Dad, what's Mom's real first name?" Dagwood says, "Blondie." And then the son says, "Come on, it must be Betty or Julie or Kate or something. Nobody would name their child Blondie." And in the last frame, Blondie and Dagwood are getting ready for bed. And Dagwood says to Blondie, "What's your real first name?" And she says, "What's yours?" Nobody would name their child Blondie, but would anybody name their child Dagwood? Okay. Hey, thanks for joining me today on Grandpa Reads the Comics. This is a good time for us to be together. The thought I have for today is that Sundays are for finding hope together. I hope we can find hope together and be together on Sundays. Love you guys. Hope to see you again soon on Grandpa Reads the Comics.